Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into a brief collective message. I was feeling drawn and guided to do this reading for us. So if you were guided or drawn to this reading, there's definitely something for you. Okay, please keep that in mind. But to begin, what do I have for the beautiful souls drawn to this reading? The Seven of Pentacles coming out, the Two of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. All earth energy. Okay, there's an essential reminder coming forward for you that you need to reground yourself at certain points moving forward due to rough energy, your spirituality potentially, due to certain difficulties that you're being prepared for and forewarned about. Okay, I sense that there's going to be a lot of ups and downs moving forward for you individually along your path, as expected to an extent, but it almost feels like you're being reminded that up until this point and even currently, you are have and are being prepared for what's causing you for this need to reground. But also naturally with three pentacle energies, there's a lot of financial and career success lying ahead for you. And I sense that that's going to be, if not number one, in the top three on your priority list, right? Wanting to go further with your career, wanting to be financially comfortable plus some. For some drawn to the reading, wanting fame and fortune, or just a more luxurious, lucrative lifestyle, right? And I sense that this is something you're destined for if you're feeling drawn to make progress towards that, okay? There's also a feeling that a lot of which drawn to the reading at times, even when it doesn't feel 100% easy or 100% comfortable, clearing your throat and getting your individual voice out there, and potentially, okay, your intuitive voice is what I'm hearing. For some, your psychic voice, but could be connected to you also needing to allow spirit to speak through you in one way, shape, or form. And that could be them speaking through your creative side, right? It doesn't have to be your actual voice, but for a lot it is. And there's a sense of you being able to really assist a community or several types of people or one type of demographic. But I also feel like there's a focus on the fact that you're meant to be a peaceful soul, right? It doesn't mean you're meant to live a very chaotic, doesn't mean that you can't have certain invigorating and uplifting, exciting experiences along the way moving forward, right? But you deserve your peace, and anything that strips that away, a person, a place, a situation, experience, that's not for you. But it almost feels like there's going to be certain moments where you will find that your peace is stripped away, even if it's for a hot second. And that may be a moment where you feel a bit nervous. And there's really something important, it's imperative that you learn this in one way, shape, or form. Or maybe it's a remembering kind of moment. Interesting. And they're saying that might be something that you learned or gained knowledge-wise, experience-wise in a past life. What else do we have? When the money comes in, feel the gratitude grow and allow for yourself to save it, because you never know, even if you're predictive in nature, as to what you'll need that for or want to put that towards moving forward. And they're saying as your wealth grows, notice and remember that there's so much more of that to be gained, to be rewarded to you moving forward. There's a huge focus on your money once again. Now, your career, obviously, but for whatever reason, there's something about you being drawn to this reading where it's like money, 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 right? Maybe it's due to you, the way you were raised, or just you're just very goal-oriented. I mean, money does make the world go round to an extent, right? And I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of browsing online and in stores, even when you don't feel it's the right time to buy something, or you don't need something, or even necessarily want something at that time. But your wants and needs are going to come into play moving forward in such a big way, right? To the point where this shows you evidence of what you're going through within, transformation-wise, healing-wise, may push you to realize where you need to heal and adjust, change, grow, improve. But Judgment and the Tower card, because it feels like you really need to be honest about why something came to an end in the past, or why something needs to come to an end currently, or both, all right? A sense of you at times moving forward expecting certain adjustments and changes, that feel inevitable and potentially important, right, to the future of your path individually. But there's a lot to learn from even expected tower moments. And they're saying even expected abundance all the meanwhile, potentially due to the fact that you either initiated or just, they're saying rolled with the punches, or going to roll with the punches due to certain adjustments. Very interesting. There's also a preparation to release an old version of yourself, or at least part of which, because it feels like this is going to really transform things for you for the better. All right. Recognizing that that's not a bad thing. That's honestly a healthy adjustment to organically, naturally come to be. All right. But I also am getting with this very interesting, this imagery, a sense of you at times being taken over by a spirit or two in the future. And this is going to feel at times invigorating, but more so a bit disheartening, because you're going to feel what they've been through. Interesting. We have the World card, the Seven of Swords, and the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, I'm getting this both in the reverse first and then in the upright, because I feel like there's going to be an openness about your energy moving forward, where you're putting yourself out in the public eye, or you're being more expressive, more, I'm hearing admitting, sharing what you've been through or what you're going through, putting your life out there for people to learn and grow from, or just to be entertained by. But you won't even, this won't at times bring you the passion that you deserve, but at other points it will. And there's a sense of you currently being drawn to this reading, having certain secrets that you're keeping to yourself, and all the meanwhile, there's a sense of passion that's going to start bubbling to the surface, pushing you towards new experiences, more for yourself. But I feel like all the meanwhile, there's going to be a focus, maybe currently, but more so moving forward, on those in your life, maybe a situation or two that you can't trust or shouldn't trust, but also on the fact that there are very vocal, opinionated people, or one person in particular in your life that you at times don't feel like you should be opening up to, or sharing certain changes that are on the horizon in your life, or what you've been through. I feel like for some, there's a focus on how you're more so comfortable putting yourself in the public eye than you are opening up to those you should be feeling close to in your personal life. Interesting. Or it could be swapped, right? But it feels very much the first way I said it. Yeah, I feel like being drawn to this reading, your world is going to develop for the better moving forward as you change. There's a feeling that you will both on one end find that certain changes and adjustments that you personally make, and that even ones that are out of your control that you have to adapt to and flow with, those will change you for the better and will push you to grow, and you're naturally through it all, your needs, desires, wants will develop and change. But it feels like all the meanwhile it's reversed as well once again, where you're going to change and develop in certain ways, at times feeling kind of out of the blue, right? And that may even be viewed more so that way by other people outside of you, whether it's online, in your personal life, and that's going to push you to desire, need, want, or even just move towards new experiences, new changes, and new doors opening for you all the meanwhile. This is a very interestingly random reading, but it feels very, very on point and personal for those who have made it to this point in the reading. I really sense that you're going to see certain completions taking place within you, and is going to more evidently be displayed in your external reality, in the way you connect and disconnect with people, and the way you desire and don't desire this or that, even when it comes to how you dress, what you feel drawn to wrap yourself up with, hobby-wise, activity-wise, location-wise. There's just a huge focus on the fact that you have been developing more as an individual and transforming than it feels at times, due to certain choices and decisions and developments up until this point. But I feel like moving forward, there's much, much more to expect, okay, and to be wrapped up with. And I feel like there's going to be at certain points moving forward where you're going to feel sort of elevated, okay? And by that I mean spirit giving you this beautiful, uplifting feeling. But at times, your choices and changes, and the way you're changing, and your world is developing outside of you, okay, and within you, you're going to feel like you're being elevated towards more. And Spirit saying, being drawn to this reading, to get ready to wrap this up, you need to remember that settling is a disjustice to yourself, to your path, and to your world as a whole, and your evolution, because it feels like you are somebody who is meant to continuously reach for more, okay, when it comes to your connections, when it comes to your money and career, and when it comes to your path as a whole, all right? They're saying, to wrap this up, you're somebody who deserves to reach for their dreams, for their goals, and again, for more. Beautiful. So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light, and I'll see you next time.